Hello and greetings to you on this cooler, thank goodness, late summer's day here in Israel, where I'm in the middle of a war zone. Fortunately, it's been relatively quiet this last few days with much fewer explosions and artillery, and who knows what's going to happen even while I'm making this video, or even tonight or tomorrow. I live in a war zone. It's quite ridiculous. Amazing, really. My name is Anthony Altman, and today is the 7th of September, 2024. My virtual background is the United States flag. It's should be right to left, but it is, sorry, left to right, but it seems to be right to left, the wrong way around. And it's got something to do with the technical, the mirror image. I'm not able to fix it, so just in your mind, switch it round. The stars on the blue background should be on the left. My video today is all about America. The USA 2024 election presents an opportunity. I'm not political. I'm not really interested in left or right or in the center. I'm certainly not Democratic. I'm certainly not Republican. I'm only interested in fairness, in freedom of speech, in the freedom of the individual, honesty, an honest government, a government which actually loves the people it serves. And that's really all I'm interested in. As long as freedom of speech, freedom of actions does do no harm to others. I would like to think that we are going through hell at the moment on planet Earth. And as somebody said, if you're going through hell, keep going. And hopefully we'll come out the other side and we will have learned how to love each other, to live in peace and harmony with each other, and to create something really worth a better way of living for ourselves and our children and future generations. I am not an American citizen, although I did live in America for about 20 years as a resident, a legal resident. And I have a great deal of respect for America, notwithstanding all the rubbish that's going on at the moment. No matter how bad things are, if you raise your antenna, open your ears and your eyes and your heart without a bias, you will observe what I am observing, that although America is on a downward spiral at the moment, most of this planet's voices, positive voices, voices of inspiration, motivation, are all originating from the United States of America, from America. There are those from other countries, but there is a far greater number of voices that are telling the truth coming out of America. Now, why is this? I've mentioned this before, but I'm obliged to mention it again. The founding fathers of America, who framed the United States Constitution, the Declaration of Human Rights, all in the Federalist Papers, and the Constitution, all there in the Federalist Papers, are documents that have never been replicated by any other country on this planet that I'm aware of. And as a consequence, when America became a formidable power, other countries in the 1800s, 1900s, early 1900s, and even the middle 1900s, were adopting whatever America was creating and did their best to create some kind of constitution that was better than what they had before. This is an incredible contribution by one single country, and it was purely as a result of those few founding fathers who drafted out all these wonderful documents, all the Constitution, the Declaration of Human Rights, the Declaration of Independence. They fought for that. I believe 20,000 of them died. In today's numbers, it would be 1 million or more, apparently. And these founding fathers were those people who escaped the tyranny of England in the 1700s and came to the New World and fought for what they believed in and created something absolutely unique. And quite honestly, I would like to return and live in America even now, but it's not possible for various reasons. And I'm waiting to see how the election goes. If Donald Trump is elected and he is installed as the next president, then there is hope, because Robert F. Kennedy Jr. will be part of that government, and I think Vivek Ramaswamy may also be, and quite a few others, enlightened, honest people who love America and who love humanity, who love the world. First, the evil is to be defeated, and that would be Trump's first job. However, Donald Trump is not the savior. He would be, if he was installed as president, the leader of the American people. And the American people, together in unity, will be the savior of America. And Donald Trump would be help guiding and putting all that into action, what the people want. Now, the problem is most of the people don't actually know what they want. They just want to be told by the government what to do. And that's why you, America, has got into your present predicament, and the rest of the world has followed suit, because somebody somewhere wants to destroy the fabric of democracy on the planet and install a one world government. They want to dominate the planet, whereby you are not free to speak, to think, to act. You will only do as you are told. As Klaus Schwab said of the WEF, the World Economic Forum, and I think also Yuval Harari, who is an Israeli, but I don't really respect him, although I don't agree with him, but I don't respect him because anybody who is ignoring the well-being of human beings and helping to bring about their demise, their domination of human beings, to enslave them, I don't have respect for that. And Klaus Schwab said, and I think it was Harari as well, everybody will not own anything at all and they will be happy. It's time for people to wake up. It doesn't matter how lethargic you are, how fearful you are. Feel the fear and do it anyway. You've got to have a spine. You've got to do something. You've got to. Really, what I'm saying is you are to choose. But the problem is, this is the last opportunity we may have as a humanity to emerge from this existential threat relatively intact. There's going to be a lot more casualties. There's already millions of casualties. People don't seem to know really what I'm talking about. What casualties? Because you're listening to the news on the TV, the mainstream media. You need to stop doing that. You are to look at the alternative media. I already have given a few links for that in my previous video. Mainstream video is part of the problem. You are being told nothing but lies, misinformation, disinformation, malinformation to keep you ignorant. And it's really important that you learn, the majority of you, that you're being deceived and lied to, and wake up, and together as a unified whole, the people are extremely powerful, and we have an opportunity. The purpose of this video, we have an opportunity. If Donald Trump is to be the next president of the United States of America, there is an opportunity to change everything. I just listened to a discussion with Tucker Carlson, another wise, awake man whom I respect, talking with Vivek Ramaswamy and RFK Jr., the three of them together. Wow, it was wonderful. And they agree that you cannot reform the CIA and the FDA and the FBI. You can't, the government, reform. You know, going to close it all down. Start afresh. It's all corrupt. All of it is corrupt. And it's been corrupt for many, many years. You close it all down and start afresh. Just like the founding fathers did. Start anew with new people. People who have integrity, people who are honest, people who love America, love the people. Now, in order for this to happen, the people are to support this. I actually feel that a government is going to change its form. I don't actually see one man being the ultimate leader of any country. If that man is sick, I mean, we saw it with Biden. He had perceptual abilities, disabilities, perceptual impediments, and he was leader of America. He had the ability to press the nuclear button, and he's suffering from some kind of dementia, and nobody wanted to accept it. If people don't wake up, then they deserve whatever they're going to get. So I'm imploring everybody, let's wake up, at least enough of us, more than 50% if it's possible. And I would encourage a type of government where you have representatives, regional representatives elected by the people who meet and sit round a round table, because nobody is superior to anybody. Nobody is superior to anybody. When the president becomes president, all of a sudden he's superior. The King of England, the Prime Minister of England, the President of France, all of a sudden becomes greater than the people. Rubbish, rubbish. And these representatives agree on policy which is supported by the people. And if the people don't like their particular regional representative, they fire that person and they find somebody else. They don't wait 4 years, 5 years, oh, well, and then all the damage is done and then you start all over again. You deal with it straight away. If you're ill, you don't wait 4 years until you start taking the medicine. You deal with it right now. There is to be some new way of governance that allows the people to play a more prominent role. After all, the people are financing everything the government spends. The war in Ukraine, the war in Iraq, all the experimentation, the mRNA experimentation, all the vaccines, all the stuff that's proving now as the information, the truth is emerging, that it's not good, it's poisoning the people because it's never been tested properly. None of the vaccines have been adequately tested, as I understand it, to know for sure that they're safe. None of them. And you could talk to Dr. Judy Mikovits, a virologist, a scientist, Dr. Lee Merritt, Dr. Jane Ruby. Plenty of these people are talking about it all over the world now, in India as well, Spain, even in England. There has to be a change because, my friends, if there is no positive change, we are all toast without a future. Our only way of surviving this, whoever the survivors may be, is to make some positive change. And that means the citizens of America are to find their courage, their convictions, make their choice, have the intention to have their voices heard. And if they don't like what's going on, tools down, general strike, bring the country to a halt, and then the government will come and talk to you, listen to you. You cannot just continue because we're at the end now. I'm not even sure that we have time to resolve all this, because it's known that no matter what happens over the next few months until the election in America, the deep state, the cabal, are going to throw everything they can to destroy it all. Now's the time for you, the people of America, to find your courage, to stand for righteousness, to stand for truth, for light, not darkness, harmony, peace, well-being. If you are willing to stand for that, well, then you're going to have to fight for it, because you allowed all this to get so far, so bad. Now you have to fight for it. It's funny. It reminds me of a little story, but it's pertinent. I made a video on this, but I'm going to repeat it. In a past life, I was offered to follow, invited by the Buddha to follow him. And I said, oh, no, 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 no. I was too timid and too afraid. And, maybe I wasn't worthy and, and all that crap. And I lived my life, never seeing Buddha again. And I filled with regret. And over the incarnate, this was 2,500 years ago. And over lifetimes, I kind of struggled and did different things. And about 700 or 800 years ago, I was in a lifetime in Tibet when Buddhism was beginning to come to, it was maybe 900 years. I can't remember when Buddhism actually came to Tibet. I just can't remember the dates. But anyway, many centuries ago. And we heard about Buddhism. And I was interested. I wanted to know more. But because the religion of Tibet was Bon Po, and they didn't want Buddhism or any changes, we had to fight for it. I had to fight for it. So because we as a humanity allowed circumstances, conditions, and matters to get so bad, if we want positive change, now we have to fight for it. So do you have the guts to fight for it? Do you have the balls to fight for it? Do you have the spine? Because if you do, this is the time now. And we may be able to prevail. If you don't, well then, none of us need bother do anything. It's over. It all depends on the people. So, in conclusion, I am trusting that whatever happens in the election, that there is an opportunity for the people to assert themselves and to re-establish the entirety of the American Constitution, all of it, and live according to the Constitution of the United States of America. If you, America, can do that, you again will lead the way for others to follow. You are the key. That's why the deep state wants to destroy you. In the American destruction, the rest of the world will be easily destroyed. This is the time now to stand up for what you believe in. I'm hoping that if I'm still alive, that if Donald Trump gets in and the government is making positive changes, and I want to come back to America and make whatever small contribution I can, because America is our future. And I can talk to people. I can inspire and motivate. I believe that this is possible, but it all depends on the people. I cannot foresee what your choice is. as a population, 330 million. In fact, you're less now because so many people have died as a consequence of this last pandemic, and many more. But there's still a good number of people who have an opportunity now to do something positive. Return to the Constitution. And be the example to others. And I would like to be part of that. Thank you for joining me on this unusual subject, this road less traveled. Until next time, I thank you very much.